Hello and welcome to a post-Thanksgiving episode of the Blue Mountain Makes podcast. I hope everybody in the U.S. had a very nice holiday. We are winding down. Today's Sunday, so this is sweatpants, sweatshirt, cozy sweater kind of day at my house. We're taking down all of our Halloween stuff and putting out the Christmas/winter items. And my husband is currently helping his mom, so I'm squeezing this in while he's out of the house. So I feel like I'm a little like, whoo, gotta go. But do have a couple things to share. Not a whole lot of progress necessarily on some stuff, but I've done with my Talkeetna. I can finally show you guys. So this is the test knit that I did for Caitlin Hunter. We started it in October. I think our due date was November 17th, and I finished right before. I very sadly and mistakenly thought that I would finish this over Rhinebeck weekend, and that did not happen. It took me a lot longer than that, but it's done. I can show you. It's out in the world. This is the Talkeetna. It is a figuring weight colorwork round yoke sweater with these 6 sleeves. I'll try to stand up. Don't mind my pants that don't match. I love it. So this was all a stash dive for me. All of the colorwork parts are this, and this. So 4 of my 5 colors were bargain bin items that I got from Magpie Knits over the last 2 years. They have a really nice clearance section in the back. It's 50% off, so I'm not over there very often, but when I do go to Charlottesville, I'll just try to scoot through and see if there's anything I might need for the future. And it has come in handy quite a few times. I've used my discount yarns on this sweater, a couple Stephen West shawls, so it's one of those things, like, I hate having a big stash, and I hate that some of these, like, I only have 100 grams of this and 100 grams of that, you know, so sometimes I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it works perfect in situations like this. So this is, gosh, I don't even think I can remember all of what they are as far as what yarns I use, but I do have them all posted on my Ravelry and how much I used of each one. I do know that the blue is Quince & Co. Finch, I believe, and the yellow is, here comes old dog clip-clopping away. The yellow is Alpaca from Juniper Moon Farms, I think, and this is Drops Baby Merino. Anywho, the body is knit out of Drops Flora, and I love it. I don't really know what else to say about it. I really like that it's got this, like, lace yoke and the sleeves to match. My sleeves do balloon a little bit because I did go up a size, so you knit the body on size 4 needles. I cast on with size 3 for the ribbing, 4 for the body, and I did 4 for the color work at the top, but I kind of almost wish that I would have done a size 5 just to give myself a little bit more breathing room. It's not tight, but while it was on the needles, it looked like it was child-sized, so I'm glad it worked out. I feel like you can't really see it. Let's see if I can fix that. Sure. Whatever. That works. Deviations from the pattern, I did add 2 inches to the body, and I added a little bit extra sleeve length. Hers, I think she did like a real bracelet length on hers. Mine, I mean, it fits well. I wouldn't say that, like, I feel like it's too short or too long. I usually end up going a little too long with some of my sleeves, but this one is very much the way it's meant to be. Hers is probably, like, up to here, and I'm not a fan of that. Not quite 3/4 sleeve length, but almost. So, that is that. I love it. It was a lot of fun to knit. This part is super simple. The repeats are really easy to remember. The lace is super simple to do. I think it'd be good for, like, a beginner color work sweater if it's something you're interested in, and I really like that the sleeves are just, it's like a little extra something, you know? So that's that. I was so tickled to be a tester for her. That was awesome. I applied and thought I had no chance of getting it, and I did. So this is the size 3, size 4, US size 4 needles for the body, size 3 needles for the ribbing on the top and the cuffs, and then size 5 for my color work on my sleeves. I do tend to tighten up color work on sleeves, so I just felt like it would be better off going up a size on my needles, and it worked out. I don't know if any of that made sense, but that's my only finished object. I love it. Wore this for Thanksgiving. Got a lot of compliments on it. Felt special. Okay, so moving on. We're on a timeline today. I have 3 whips. You've seen 2 of them. Haven't had much changes with them. My first one, we'll just get this out of the way. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. This is the Big Cozy Cardi by Andrew Mowry. I'm making the size 3. I'm knitting it on size 4 needles. I'm using this giant cone of Lion Brand Virgin Wool. This is going to be a long-term project. Like, this is my TV knitting and my book reading knitting, and it's a 4 stitch repeat over 4 rows to make this texture. And honestly, I'm not sure if this is the right side or if this is the right side. I'll look when I get to the end. Basically, you just basically knit a blanket and then you shape it into a sweater. So I got a long way to go on this, but it is growing on me. This is my 3rd try making this. The first 2 times I think I was using the wrong kind of yarn. Used like a high contrast marl, and it looked really bad with this kind of already busy texture. So this is going pretty well. It's also going to take a long time. So yeah, I don't have, like I said, I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I'm just going to kind of give little brief updates. I should put a stitch marker on here. In fact, I think I will do that. I thought I had one right in front of me. I guess not. Nope, guess not. Yeah, but I'll put a progress keeper so I can kind of be like, since the last time I showed you. My next work in progress you have also seen before. It is another Andrew Mowry. This mess, this giant square, is covered in hair, is my traveler hoodie. So this is a size 3. I am using Drops Lima, I believe. This nice navy color. Boy, howdy does it show hair, though. Good lord. You would think in a house with 4 dogs, I would be like, maybe don't go for dark colors. No, not me. Not me. It's very soft, and it makes this, like, weirdly bouncy fabric, which I find this to be a lot of fun, and I shouldn't, but I think it's very funny. I have finished the body, obviously. I have started on my sleeve. I don't like working on this. This is not my idea of fun. There's my dog. That's Dee. Hi, Daisy. It's like a giant square. I don't know. So I added 2 inches to the body because she made hers very cropped, and I'm not so much a cropped girl. There's a delivery at my next door neighbor's house. Heaven forbid. Dogs are upset. Anyways, back to this. It's just, it's a drop shoulder sweatshirt. So, I don't know. It's very square. I don't know how it's going to be very, very large, which is supposed to be oversized, which is fine. I just don't know how it's going to fit in the end. And I think if I get to the end of this project and it does not fit me the way that I envisioned it to fit, I'm going to be very angry. And it's one of those things, like, I guess I could, like, partially block it. I have steam blocked it, which I didn't find did a whole lot. It relaxed it some, but I felt like it just scrunched back up again after a little bit. So I could partially block it, and could block it as it is now and just see how it comes out. But I'm not going to. I'm going to power through and not listen to my own common sense and just see how it goes. The other thing, too, is, like, technically, since it's such a drop shoulder, I don't think my sleeve actually needs to be very long, so I definitely need to try it on. I have not tried this one at all, because I didn't, like, get it off the needles and go, wow, that's amazing and beautiful. It just is, it's the thing. So we'll see. I'm hoping I'll love it in the end. This is definitely going to be this is a product project. Like a product knit. I'm knitting it because I want the final product. I'm not knitting it because I enjoy it. So that's partially probably also why it's taking me a little bit of time to finish this, because it has not ever been my #1 priority on my needles. So part of me is just kind of like, just finish it and then you'll be done and you don't have to do it anymore. It's not a have to either. I need to like change my mindset about that. It's not I don't have to do anything. I'm choosing to do this. So it doesn't make a really squishy fabric though, I will say. This yarn is very soft. It's got alpaca wool and a little bit of acrylic in it. But I think it's going to hold up pretty well, because this is going to be a kind of throw over thing for when I'm coming to and from yoga, which means it's probably going to need to be washed more than my other garments, but we shall see. So fingers crossed next time we talk this will be done 2 weeks from now. I would think so. We'll see. But that's that. Oh, I'm using size 5 needles for everything. I think I used 4s for the ribbing. Pretty sure I used 4s for the ribbing, 5 for the body, 5 for the sleeves. I'll probably just do 4s for the cuff too. I bought I didn't have short circular size 3 needles. The lowest I had was 4, so a lot of times if it calls for 3, I would just say oopsies and do a 4. But for the sweater, I did buy a set of ChowGoo. Excuse me. But for the sweater, I did buy a set of short circulars in a size 3 from ChowGoo, and I love them. And now I kind of wish all of my short circulars were ChowGoo. It's just, they make such a difference with that needle tip. The ones I usually use are these are a Knit Picks set that I got for my birthday, like last year, the year before last. They're fine. It's whatever. I've got like sizes 4 to 8 or 9. Came as a kit. It's worked, but ChowGoo is better. Okay, so that's that. My last thing I'm very excited about. I finally got to cast on my Cosmo Cardigan by Rust Knitwear. It is something I wanted to start like a month ago, but I forgot that I was using my size 5s for the Traveler hoodie. And when I did a swatch, go me, I actually swatched. Woo! The pattern calls for size 6. I had to go down to a size 5. I am using my handspun, and I think it's a little closer to a sport weight than a true fingering weight, so I think that's why I had to go down a size. But yeah, so I couldn't start it unless I either bought another set of 5s, used a set of needles I don't particularly love because I have extras, or just get through the body of the Traveler. And then it was kind of my incentive, was like, you have to finish the body before you can start on something fun. So I did get through the body. It was a good motivator. But I'm very happy with the way this is coming out so far. Also, oh no, my yarn is tangled in all of my cords. Recording is always like a super mess. Oh no. I'm just gonna unravel it and I'll fix it later. So this is my handspun. This is a merino that I got from Maryland Sheep and Wool. I bought a pound of it. It's actually pretty reasonably priced, but it is definitely closer to a sport weight, I think. I did just finish a fingering weight spin that I'll show you guys here in a minute, just because it's very pretty. And as I was spinning that, I was like, oh, this is not that. Whoopsies. But it's fine. And I'm actually, I think this was the first skein I spun on my new matchless. And I am surprised by how consistent it came out. It looks really good. I mean, kind of sort of looks store-bought. I'm going to tell myself it does. Come on, focus. Yeah. Love the color of this too. I'm hoping I have enough left over for a hat. That'd be nice. And then I am pairing it with Drops Kid Silk in their rust color, which I don't think is as rusty as I wanted it to be, but it was very reasonably priced, and that's what we went with. So, not a whole lot of progress, but I have started finally. So it's a top-down raglan cardigan, and it's in a broken rib pattern. And yeah. So the way it's worked is she has like 9 charts. I think it's 9 charts. It's either 6 or 9. It's a lot of charts. But she has every section of your raglan charted out completely. So it is easy to follow. It's easy to read. I didn't really look at the pattern, but I saw that there was a ton of charts, and I was really nervous going into it. And then once I like opened it up and got into it, I was like, oh, this actually makes way more sense, and it's much, much simpler. So it's making a very nice, soft fabric. I like it. I do wish It's like really hairy. I only have one other mohair sweater. It's the Pink Fizz that I finished not too long ago, and I love that. I wear it all the time. I don't find that, like, it doesn't bother me, the fuzziness of it. So I don't think that this will either, but I don't know. As I'm making it, I'm like choking on mohair strands. Like, is this a good idea? I don't know. Because part of me too is like, this would be really pretty by itself without this to kind of like tone it down, but I think I need to just make a hat out of it and enjoy my handspun by itself that way. So yeah, that's that. I haven't made a whole lot of progress on it. I just started it like 2 days ago. I'm still trying to get through that traveler sleeve. So this is my, I do have to pay attention to this because I have to like mark off each line of the chart. So this is when I'm, funny enough, I play a lot of video games that are like cozy video games. So like farming and stuff like that. So it doesn't require a whole lot of like clicking on my part. So in the game's downtime, I'll knit a row real quick and then go back into it. So this is my gaming knit. It sounds really stupid. Yeah, I'm excited. This has a double knit band on it, and that is not something I've ever done, so I am very looking forward to learning how to do that. So yeah, that's that. Those are all my whips. I'm just blowing right through this, baby. Got stuff to do today. Not that I really want to, so I should make this longer. But I don't have to do it. I'm not much one for decorating. Which is why the Halloween stuff is still up, because I can't be asked to like do Halloween and then fall and then Christmas and then winter and then spring and then summer. I just have one set of Halloween stuff that stays up until I put up my winter stuff, and the only Christmas item I have is the tree, and that comes down, and I just don't care, but I do like the lights. So what are you gonna do? I do want to show you my handspun. I'm very proud of it. Oh yeah, and so first my handspun. Ta-da! This is a Polworth silk combo from, it's from somebody. Where's it from? Took a picture of the tag because sometimes I am smart. It's from Hip Strings. It's 80% Polworth, 20% silk. I have never spun silk before, so like you can definitely tell in some spots, like, not my best work, but for the most part, it went really, really well. I was kind of surprised. And I love this, and I'm also thinking this might be a nice hat too. How many hats do I need? Don't know. Good question. Most of the time, my handspun, especially like color work kind of stuff like this, dyed braids, I'd have like a whole stash, like one of my cubes back there, is just handspun hanks or whatever, handspun skeins that I will use eventually in a color work something. But this is so nice and soft, and I think I really want a hat. I think it'll be okay. I don't know. We'll see. So that's that. This is the one that it's like a true fingering weight. In some places it's almost like a lace weight. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, compared to my orange, it's definitely not. They are not the same weight. Oops. Still getting the hang of it. Then the other thing I wanted to share was I had a shirt, the Arte Nuova. Yeah, Arte Nuova by Unwind Knitwear that I knit over the summer, and I hated it. It didn't fit me well. I didn't like the way it looked on me. So it sat kind of in the naughty pile for a while because I knew I wanted to rip it out. But sometimes you just have to take a minute, like, to mourn the loss of all of your hard work, to get over it to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm just going to rip it out, and I'm going to make use of that material in something else, and it's a good thing because I got to practice my knitting, and I made something beautiful, and just let it go. So I let it go, and I thought I was being really smart, right? So I get the shirt, and I cut the hem off, and I start to unwind it, and I was like, I will wind it from the t-shirt onto my Swift, so that way I can just, you know, tie the little ties and pull it off and wash it, dry it, blah, blah, blah. It'll already be in a nice long hank. Well, I think I put too much yarn on it because this is the yarn, spoiler. It is drops think this is Flora too. I use Flora a lot. Is this Flora? Yeah, I guess it is. Anyway, drops Flora. I use like, I don't even know how many skeins I had in this. They come in 50-gram balls. And I splice them together because it's alpaca and wool. So I was like, I don't want to have to cut the yarn. I'm just going to make this giant hank, and then I'll just have a giant cake, and I'll work off this gigantic cake. So I think I put too much yarn on the Swift was my first problem, because the weight of that yarn started to squish it in together, on top of the fact that my Swift is like a El Cheapo, not great, plastic umbrella type deal. And it was not good. It was really not good. So the more I wound onto it, the more it started to like constrict the umbrella until it turned into this like, until the umbrella itself like closed. And so then I had this like floppy ball of yarn that was starting to like unwind itself and entangle on the Swift. So then I panicked, cut the yarn, I called for my husband. I was like, what do I do? I tried to just like unwind it off of there because I got my my nitty knotty that I use for my spinning. I was like, I should have just done this to begin with. I shouldn't have been lazy. I wanted to save my wrist, the kind of like, you know, motion. Should have done it from the start. Didn't. Lesson learned. It was horrible. It was horrible. After we took it off of, getting it off of the Swift was a nightmare because it's that umbrella type. It has these little like hooks all over the top and bottom. So if you shifted it wrong, the different strands just kept getting caught up into the hooks. So then my husband tried to like unwind it, like he held it like a toilet paper roll kind of, and just was doing this number while I was pulling it off and wrapping it. That kept getting tangled. I did have to cut out a section once because I just could not be asked. It took like an hour to get it fixed, and he just kept saying, never do this again, never do this again. I was like, yeah, I thought it was such a good idea. So don't do that. Or if you do, be smarter about it than I was, I guess. But we got it off. It was fine. I did take a picture of like the before of the yarn. This is after I washed it. I didn't wash it in like super hot water or anything. I just kind of soaked it for a while. So it probably could be less kinky, but this is way better than it was when I first unwound it. It looked like total ramen noodles. So it's better. Not perfect. But this is going to become, I think this is going to become my Alpine Bloom t-shirt by Caitlin Hunter. I just love this color, and I do think it looks pretty good on me, so I really would think that would be nice. And I know I have enough for a t-shirt because I just unwound a t-shirt. And the contrast color I used, I don't have it in here, but it's like a pale gray. I think I have like 2 more skeins of that, so this will be good. It'll use this up. It won't be a waste, and it won't be sitting around because I bought some more yarn, and now I have a lot of stuff just sitting around. So, whoops. So that's that, and then I guess I'll show you what I just got in the mail today. And that'll be that. I got a box. I don't honestly know how long this was outside, but I found it today and I was very excited. I didn't get like a shipping notification. Well, I got a notification that they shipped it, but I didn't check to see like where it was. So it was like a happy gift to myself today. And I also didn't take notes. I've shared this before. It's kind of sad, but also it is a little helpful. I try to take notes about what I've bought for like what purpose, because I don't generally I don't just buy to have unless it's like a good deal, like these things I was talking about. So I bought 2 balls of this. Why did I buy 2 balls of this? I don't know. This is all from Knit Picks. I buy from We Crochet because they have a cheaper shipping threshold. It's always like my tip to everybody. If you want free shipping and you want the same yarn, go to We Crochet. It's the same company. It's just, I guess they give a bigger discount to crocheters because, I don't know. It's fine. It's whatever. I think I actually did order this from Knit Picks though, because it had this sale, like a random pop-up sale, and stuff was like $2, $4, or $6 a ball, and that's really cheap. And I was at work just like, pause, I have to buy stuff. It's bad. So this is comfy. I used this as the contrast color for my what is it called? My Novelli tee by Caitlin Hunter that I did over the summer. And I have worn that more than any garment I think I've ever made. I wear it all the time. I think people are probably sick of seeing me in it. I love it. So I use this. It's so soft. It is 75% Pima cotton, 25% acrylic. So I got this, but I only got a couple balls. I think because I had leftover. But I don't know why I only bought a couple balls. Like, what am I making with this? I don't know. 2 balls. I bought 2. Don't know. Should have made notes. My brain sucks. And I also bought quite a few of these in this color. And this I do remember I bought because I was like, I think this would make a nice t-shirt. I like dark red. I like dark red. I like dark blue. I like gray. I like dark colors. And I think that they go with my uber pale skin fairly well. So I do know that that was the intent. I don't think I had a pattern in mind, but I do know that I want to make a comfy t-shirt. So that's that. And then I bought these, and I've never used these before. I've never seen them before. These are the Upcycle Alpaca Blend Sport Weight. I got 2 colors. These were $2. $2. Of course I'm buying this. I bought 2 sweater quantities. Because it was 100 grams for $2. I thought that was insane. So it is 33% alpaca, 34% wool, and 33% acrylic. I think it's supposed to be like, I don't know, it says it's upcycled. I don't really know what the process is for that, but I don't know. I really like this color. I kind of thought it was going to be a little darker. That's okay. It's not, it's a little bit darker than that in person. A little less sagey. But, and then I got this really pretty purple. Do love this. I don't wear a lot of purple, but I liked this, so I think I was feeling inspired. I don't know. So I got these 2. They're both sport weight. I don't have a whole lot of sport weight yarn. Most everything I make is fingering weight, so there's that. Oh, and then I did get also back in the box. That's the sad part. It has to stay in the box until I make room in my stash. I also got 2 of these. These are really nice. I think these were like, these might have been $6. $4, $6, I don't know. This is Alpaca Cloud. It is 100% alpaca. It's gloriously soft and I love the color. So I just got 2 of these as a, one day I might need this for a Stephen West shawl. Even though it says lace weight, I'll still use it. I don't care. I love it. It's very soft and nice. I like alpaca. It's kind of my downfall. It's my weak spot. That is all I have today, guys. Still ended up being 30 minutes. Go figure. Yeah, I guess that's it. So 2 weeks from now, let's see, I've got my birthday between now and next podcast, which I've ended up lining up. So my birthday is this coming Thursday. So I've got dinner Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then Sunday, I've just told people don't call me, leave me alone. I'm going to recover from the weekend. I imagine it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be fun though, because I've got book club on Wednesday. My husband's taking me out the day of my birthday. Friday I'm doing a girls' Christmas / birthday bash, which is gonna be really fun because we always get dressed up. It's kind of silly. I mean, I don't dress up for anything like ever. So we get dressed up, we do our hair and our nails and blah blah blah, and then we start at like a vineyard or a brewery, and then we just kind of bar hop our way. And then Uber home, or one of our poor spouses has to come get us and distribute us to our houses at the end of the night. But we do it every Christmas, and it's fun. So we have that Friday, and then Saturday I'm doing an escape room with my family, and they're taking me to dinner, and that will be fun. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this week. How much knitting will I get done in the meantime? Don't know. Good question. Goals: finish the Traveler. Maybe cast on a shawl. I don't have a shawl on my needles, and it's really, I always have a shawl on my needles. It's stressing me out. So anyways, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Like I said, if you're in the U.S., if you're not in the U.S., hope you had just a good 2 weeks in general. Do something nice for yourself today. I hope that you are knitting on something that you love, and I will see you guys in another episode very soon. Bye for now.